Happy Valentine's Day, Bulldog fans. Welcome to McDougal Leverage Gymnasium for a non-conference matchup as the Carmi White County Bulldogs welcome in the Lawrenceville Indians on a Tuesday night. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio. Asher Penrod with us. For those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel, the pregame show is driven by Rice Motors and Carmi. Take RiceMotors.com for a test drive now and give Rice a try before you buy. You'll be glad you did. Two teams with 23 wins on the season. Carmi 23-5, Lawrenceville 23-7 on the campaign. And Travis, you always want to beef up your non-conference schedule as much as you can. Carmi has not beat Lawrenceville since 2017. This is about as beefy as you can get a non-conference game before regional start this weekend.
Yeah, this is a powerhouse in the Class 2A of Illinois high school basketball, and it's been a great, going back to NEC days type of rivalry, and I mean they've been on the schedule for as long as you can remember, and it's always a tough game no matter where if you're playing up at Lawrenceville or you're playing here. It's going to be a good game.
It's always a game that Carmi has struggled with at times in the past couple of years, and especially when going up to Lawrenceville. It's a long drive for either way, but it's always a tough game for Carmi to win. Lawrenceville has had Carmi's number numerous times in the past seasons, but looking at Lawrenceville's schedule, they had a really good start to the year. They defeated Mount Carmel earlier in the year, then lost to them the second time around, and that seems to be, they also beat Fairfield by 30 points. And that seems to be the only really comparable game that they've played in terms of Carmi. They did lose to Benton by 11 points, and they beat Evansville Day by 17 last Saturday. So the schedule, the sizes comparison there, Travis, really you more or less can take two great basketball teams and throw them on the floor and see what happens.
Yeah, you put them in a cup, roll the dice, and see what happens. And this is going to be a great game because they haven't seen each other all this year. They've done a little bit of scouting, but again, it's not like you've seen this team 2 to 3 times where you kind of know what they want to do. This is like basically starting the year over, beginning of the season.
Yep.
It's not where it's Fairfield. You played them 3 times. You know every set. You know everything. El Dorado, you play them 3 times. Hamilton County, you play them twice. You've seen everything they have. This is going to be interesting to see what type of offense and defense Lawrenceville is going to try to bring out against Carmi and see what Carmi's going to counteract with. So a lot of this is just going to be on coaching because you don't really know the X's and O's. It's going to be on-the-fly adjustments, and it's going to be interesting to see how Carmi can, work around this.
Well, and for the Bulldogs, this game is virtually meaningless. They've already got your regional seed, the 6th seed, and the Pinckneyville subsectional regionals begin on Saturday. They've already won the conference, got plus 20 wins. I'm not sure what else you can want in terms of the regular season, but I think it's a good chance for Carmi to get a big win against a good team before regional start. Of course, on Saturday, they got to play Fairfield on Friday. But this is the kind of game we've talked about all year long, Travis. Carmi really needs that signature win. They got one against Mount Carmel, the big win a couple of weekends ago. But if you can go in and beat a 23-win ball club, a 2A school that's a higher seed in their subsectional, that could really mean something going into postseason play.
Yeah, at this point, you're playing for your record and playing for intimidation factor going into the regional. It doesn't mean anything for conference. It doesn't mean anything for your seeding of your regional. All it means is for your record at the end of the year and the fear you're going to put in the hearts of the opposing teams during regional play. If you can get a big win over a Lawrenceville team here, maybe Vienna thinks, well, maybe we're like looking over Carmi. Maybe AJ thinks, well, we're done for, and you kind of have that mental edge going into those 2 games, and you never know what can happen when you get in regional time. But a big win here for Carmi will really help them on that mental side of things, getting that edge on their opponents.
And again, Carmi will start regionals this Saturday at home against Anna Jonesboro at 3 o'clock. Carmi being the 6th seed, and Jonesboro is the 10 seed. The winner of that game will go on to play Vienna next Wednesday on the 22nd in Harrisburg. So Carmi, their half of the subsectional was dealt to Harrisburg. And so if you beat first you got to get past AJ. If you get past AJ, you play Vienna. Then you're going to see either El Dorado, Harrisburg, or Carterville. And Travis, we made the point earlier in the season, or earlier last week, that I thought Carmi, given their subsectional and given the talented teams in that subsectional, a couple of 3A schools that will be 3A next year, Carmi got a fairly good draw. They stay away from Massac County, stay away from Benton on their home floor, and Carmi is going to have a legitimate chance to win a regional next week.
Yeah, they're gonna the way they played this year, they put themselves in a great position, and they probably got the best draw they could have. Vienna team that matches up really well with Carmi, doesn't go that deep, goes about 6 deep, same as Carmi, and they're long and athletic. And the Carterville team that is good, but I don't think they're as good as Benton in terms of that defensive pressure up front that really gave Carmi problems in the one matchup they had against Benton, that 33-point blowout, probably the worst game Carmi's played all year. And that Massac team that has got Joe Hossman at the helm and Isaac Hossman and all those guys who can stretch the floor, shoot threes, and get up and down on you. So I think Carmi got the best draw in terms of what they want to do as a play style. They want to play fast at times, but they also want to slow things down, work the ball into Bryce, and work inside out. And I think the matchup against Carterville and Vienna work out more or better than they would against a matchup against Benton or Massac County.
Last game for Carmi, a 57-44 win at Wayne City on Saturday. And that was a game, Travis, where it really took 4 quarters for Carmi to win that game. And at this point in the season, I think it's okay. No matter who you play, Wayne City, a 22-plus win team, even though they are a 1A school, a very talented team. But Carmi, not a great first half. They trailed by 1 at the break, but a great fourth quarter from Bryce Connor. They're able to come back and win that game. Yeah,
that was a big win for momentum purposes after a subpar game on Friday night against Hamilton County until the second half. And again, it's just that slow start that Carmi's got to kick the habit of. They had a slow start. They had a really quick start against El Dorado, then slowed down for the rest of the game. And Hamilton County slow start, Wayne City slow start. They just got to learn to get it going a little earlier. It's either they get out really hot and then cool off for the rest of the game, or they start out slow and then in the second half they decide to turn it on. And they can't do that in regional play if they want to have a chance. We talked about last night with the girls. They had such a bad first half, and they played so well in the second half, but it was just not enough to overcome it. You can't have a bad half. You can't really – you can have a bad couple of minutes in regional play if you want to be truthful. Maybe a bad quarter at most, but you cannot have a bad half, and Carmi's going to have to kick the habit. Still a great win against Wayne City. Pulled it back together in that second half, and that's what they need to do. They need to get what they play like in the second half. They need to do it in the first half and all the way through the game. They can't just pick and choose when they need to turn it on like that, or they'll be one and done in the regional.
Travis mentioned the Lady Bulldogs. They have their season coming to an end last night when they lost to Teotopolis here at home in the regional semifinal. 48-34 was the final score of that game. Lady Bulldogs actually outscored T-Town in the second half, but as Travis mentioned, a rough first half. They trailed by 15 at the break and weren't able to overcome. So congratulations to Clinton Wolf and Lady Bulldogs on a great season that came to an end last night here in the regional. But for the Bulldogs, they have at least 3 more games on their schedule. They will play Fairfield at home on Friday for senior night. And then we'll take on Anna Jonesville here at home at 3 o'clock on Saturday for their final home game of this 22-23 season. And again, both teams 23 wins on the year. Carmi 23-5, Lawrenceville 23-7. Something else, Travis, that Kevin Wolf mentioned last Saturday in the postgame when talking about Lawrenceville is that we're going to see a lot of zone tonight. And Carmi at times has had troubles with the zone. We've mentioned a couple of times they seem very passive on the offensive end. Just a lot of passing, not a lot of cuts and things going on in terms of the offensive end. And against zone defenses tonight, Carmi has got to make sure they are passing, cutting, and still trying to be aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, the zone defense is there to just take away that inside game, which is where Carmi really excels with Bryce Connor, Tyler Gomat really doing work inside. So Mitchell Edwards and the 2 guards, Driscoll and Holloman, cutting to the basket. Either you got to shoot it out of them, or you got to shoot them out of the zone, or you got to move the ball from the elbow to the dead spot corner. Just keep moving the ball, get it moving, and then eventually the backside of the zone is going to fall asleep, and you're going to get a layup right there. But for Carmi early on, they just can't. The things they cannot do, they cannot be passive. They can't just play pitch and catch on the perimeter. They got to look to get inside. Sometimes you can look to drive against the zone, and I think that's what they need to do tonight to be able to break Lawrenceville out of the zone, look for those dump offs, and look for a lot of driving kick threes.
Big thing for Carmi tonight: stay out of foul trouble. Past couple of games, especially Gomat and Connor, have gotten in foul trouble early in the ball games. It's kind of limited their minutes, but we mentioned Carmi, not a deep team. They'll go 6, maybe 7 deep, 9 in, 9 out. They got to find a way to keep those seniors out of foul trouble as we go on through this week and hopefully in the next week. As also, you want to stay healthy. Of course, these next 2 games don't really mean anything. Obviously, you want to build that record as much as you can, let these guys enjoy the ball games, but most importantly, you want to stay healthy as regionals begin this coming Saturday. Flag is being lowered at midcourt. That means it is time for the national anthem. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. Come back and have the starters for you right here on 97.3 WRUL.
It's no accident that more and more people trust Hale Body Shop when they need collision repair.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop work hard to get your car back to you as soon as possible.
They understand how busy you are.
They also understand that sometimes life happens.
And if you find yourself in an accident,
remember, when it does, there's only one place to go.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi, way out there on Possum Road.
Mom is so happy at Wabash Christian Supportive Living. She enjoys herself, loves the food, and I've seen a positive change in her health.
Hi, this is Kathleen Garner, Residential Service Director for Wabash Christian Supported Living. And if your mom is still independent but missing out on socialization, isn't eating properly, struggles to maintain her household, or just needs daily support, Wabash Christian Supported Living is perfect. Wabash Christian Supported Living even offers on-site therapy. As a faith-based organization, you'll both feel confident our actions and conduct reflect your standards. Learn more by calling 382-2900.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself for your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
Your family's care team is close to home at Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. From routine care, vaccines, and DOT physicals to disease management, x-ray, lab work, and COVID testing. With 9 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, Hamilton Memorial has you covered. Plus, for those unexpected illnesses, our weekend walk-in clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics. Here for you now, like we've always been.
You lock up your house, you lock up your car. Citizens National Bank of Albion works hard to keep your identity and personal account information safe and secure. We encourage you to do the same. Be very cautious when receiving phone calls asking for your personal information, online banking username and passwords. CNB will never ask you for your information over the phone. Never give out your personal information. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking, member FDIC.
This is Nancy J. Winter, CPA. It has been a pleasure to grow with you, to go through the stages of your life. I would just like to say thank you to all of my clients, past and present. And as one client recently said, it's like we are family. We strive to do the best we can for you, whether it be in tax season or out, and whether it be a tax situation, a financial situation, or just someone to talk to about how things are going. Thank you for counting on us. Stop by my office on Cherry Street in Carmi, or visit me at Nancy J. Winter, CPA.
As this has been the Rice Motors pregame show. Take RiceMotors.com for a test drive now. Give Rice a try before you buy. You'll be glad you did. Cole Carter and Travis Black as they are introducing the starting 5 for the Lawrenceville Indians. And we will do so as well. Number 1, Parker Hardiman. He is a 5'8 sophomore. Also, number 3, Landon Sanders, a 6'1 junior. Number 4, Leighton Ivers, he is a 5'10 senior. As well as number 23, Bryant Jenkins, a 6'3 junior. And the last one of the starting 5 is number 24, Maddox Pargin. I'm sure I got that right. Maddox Pargin is a 6'1 sophomore, so a young Lawrenceville team, 3 starters, and only one of them in the starting lineup. So for Randy Bishop and the Indians, it's Hardiman, Sanders, Ivers, Jenkins, and Pargin. Getting Lawrenceville 23-7 on the year. They are in 3rd place in the Black Diamond Conference, or correction, the Little Illini Conference. Meanwhile, Carmi has already clinched the BDC East title. And so Trey Mason will introduce the Bulldogs starting lineup.
At guard, 6'1 sophomore, number 2, Gavin Holloman. Another guard, 6'3 junior, number 14, Landon Driscoll. A forward, 6'6 sophomore, number 5, Mitchell Edwards. Justice Stubblefield and Mark Skinnebeck. Also, assistants Jax Jordan and Clayton Song.
So Trey Mason introduced in the starting lineups as he had all season long. A great job. As the Bulldogs going to start their same starting five they have all season long. Gavin Holloman, a 6-foot sophomore, wearing number 2. Mitchell Edwards, a 6'6 sophomore, number 5. Bryce Connor, number 11, a 6'4 senior. Tyler Gomad, a 6'3 junior, or correction, 6'3 senior, wearing number 12. And then Driscoll is the 6'3 junior, wearing it number 14. Holloman, Edwards, Connor, Gomad, and Driscoll, a starting 5 for Kevin Wolf and the Carmi White County Bulldogs, who are, again, 23-5 on the season, BDC East champs for the first time since 2015/16, just the third conference championship in the past decade for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will be in their home white uniforms going right to left here in the first half. Lawrenceville in their road reds going left to right. We appreciate you listening or watching, whether you're on 97.3 WRUL or watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. It will be Connor and Jenkins at midcourt for the opening tip. And the tip is won by Bryce Connor right to Mitchell Edwards, and we are underway here at McDougal-Levers between Carmi and Lawrenceville, and right away the Indians come out in a 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah, this would look familiar for Carmi.
I was going to say very similar as to what the Bulldogs have ran throughout the season. They go in the post to Bryce Connor, and his shot was blocked from behind by Jenkins. Out of bounds, it will stay with the Bulldogs.
Well, great job right there, picking it apart, going right to the block for Bryce. Just happened to get the shot swatted.
Inbounds pass goes to Edwards for a deep 3 off the back of the rim, and the rebound is grabbed by Jenkins. One can make the argument Lawrenceville is the most talented team Carmi has faced on this floor this season, and maybe even throughout the whole season. Missed shot the other end from Jenkins was off the mark as Holloman grabs the rebound. Bulldogs into the front court against the 1-3-1 pressure. Holloman near side goes in the near corner. Driscoll over on the far side. Edwards catch and shoot 3. Yes, sir. Mitchell Edwards. A First Bank three-pointer, $3 in First Bank. The Carmi White County Unit 5 School District 3-0 Bulldogs. As a loose ball at the other end goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawrenceville.
Good job there by Driscoll, stopping the baseline drive without fouling, using his feet, sliding over in front.
So the officials are discussing, and I guess they changed their mind. They first said it was Carmi ball, then they go back and say, okay, Lawrenceville has possession now. So the Indians have it. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. 3-0 Carmi. Left top, Jenkins goes on the near side to Pargin. Pargin back to Jenkins between the circles. Near side, this is Ivers with it. Ivers puts it on the floor, try to go against Holloman. Now it's on the left top to Hardiman. Hardiman on the near top. Pargin with it. He'll pull up for a 3 right in front of Driscoll, and he hits it. So a 3-point basket from Maddox Pargin, and Lawrenceville answers 3-3. Into the front court, it's Edwards back over to Holloman in the far corner. Goes to Driscoll. He puts it on the floor now in the near corner. It's Edwards, catch and shoot 3, too hard. Rebound tipped. Connor able to get the rebound and got stripped out of bounds. It will stay with Carmi.
They're getting wide open looks.
Yeah.
They are doing a good job at really picking it apart, moving it to both sides of the floor, getting that defense moving, finding the holes.
Inbounds pass goes to Connor on the nice setup play, and good pass from Driscoll. Connor lays it in, 5-3 Carmi. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Pargin drives inside, now on the near side. It's Hardiman, guarded by Tyler Gomat. Hardiman dribbles left, now between the circles it goes to Sanders. Near top to Pargin. He dribbles to his left, now picks it up on the far side. They go to Hardiman. Hardiman looks over the defense now, puts it on the floor. Hands it back off on left top to Sanders. He dribbles right, picks up his dribble, goes left top to Pargin, guarded there by Connor. Crossover, Pargin gets inside, lost it, loose ball. Connor able to pick it up. Bulldogs on the run with numbers. Connor down low to Edwards. He catches it, going to try to go up, and does go up, hits the shot. Late foul, count the basket and the foul. As Adam Cross across the way calls the shooting foul. And a chance for a three-point play here for Mitchell Edwards. Well, you could tell as soon as Mitchell caught that pass, he wanted to go up and was waiting for the right time, chose the right time, drew the foul, but missed the free throw. So it stays 7-3. Driving in at the other end is Ivers, and they're going to get a foul called in the post against Tyler Gomack. So we mentioned foul trouble in the pregame. Going to be a big thing to watch if Carmi can stay out of foul trouble, especially with that guy right there, Tyler Gomack, picking up his first. Pargin to inbound. Bounce pass in the far corner, goes to Jenkins, now back to Pargin. He lost it, Connor stole it. 3-on-2, Connor. Jump stop to the basket, layup no good. Driscoll there for the tip-in. Landon Driscoll, right place, right time. A hot start for Carmi, 9-3.
Great job following up the play. Even on a fast break, you never know if you're going to miss a layup or not. Good job by Driscoll not giving up on the play.
In the post, they go to Jenkins. He stops, puts up a shot against Edwards, missed it. Rebound, Gavin Holloman. Holloman up ahead to Driscoll. Driscoll squares the floor. Now goes over to Gomack. Bulldogs will set their offense, but Gomack goes down low to Edwards, who hits a reverse layup, and a timeout taken by Lawrenceville with 4:43 to play here in the first quarter. Another hot start for the Bulldogs. They lead 11-3. We'll step aside for a 30-second break, brought to you by Carmi Lumber. This is Bulldog Basketball on 97.3 WRUL.
Family medicine providers care for everyone in your family through all stages of life. If you need a primary care provider, Farrell Hospital has 3 new family medicine physicians accepting new patients. Dr. Clay Ford in Harrisburg, Dr. Samantha Mosby in El Dorado, and Dr. Chris Moore in McLeansboro for quality, convenient primary care close to home for both adults and children. Visit farrellhospital.org and call to make your appointment today.
4:43 to play here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs with a hot start, 11-3. They lead over Lawrenceville. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. On the left top with the basketball is Sanders. He drives inside. Now it's Jenkins putting it on the floor. He goes to the basket. Now tip pass stolen by Gomack. 2-on-1. Gomack over to Connor. Goes up with the two-headed flush. 13-3 Bulldogs.
Carmi's converting defense and the offense and getting run on the fast break.
The far corner driving inside. That pass tipped and stolen by Connor once again. Bulldogs into the front court once again. Connor gets quadruple team down low and he turns it over. 13-3 Bulldogs, 3:55 to play in the opening quarter. Hardeman will step into a left wing three and it's good. Just like that, Lawrenceville is able to get it back to a 7-point game, 13-6. 3:43 to go here in the opening quarter. Holloman goes near side Driscoll. Lawrenceville they've gone man-to-man. They've gone to a man-to-man. It looks like. Is it a 3-2 zone? I can't tell.
It's more of a 3-2 or 2-3 it looks like, or 2-1-2.
Gomack wanted to go inside. That pass tipped and taken away by the Indians. And here they come the other way. Hardeman on the near side. Now between the circles. Bounce pass back to Hardeman. He goes to the basket. Shot blocked by Edwards or the rim. And a loose ball and nice hustle by Gomack to get it over to Edwards. Now we're on the right side. Connor catch and shoot. 3 in and out. But Edwards there for the offensive rebound. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. A bit of a heat check there from Bryce Connor.
Yeah, after a couple big takeaways, couple nice assists, big dunk. Why not take the wide open 3 on the corner?
3:01 to play here in the opening quarter, 13-6. Bulldogs with the lead. Left top, Jenkins goes down low to Ivers, goes into Driscoll, hit the shot, and they're going to count the basket. Man, Ivers did a really good job of drawing the foul. And really, Driscoll, I think he jumped straight up, but Ivers leaned into him to draw the foul, and so Ivers gets his first basket.
Driscoll jumped up about 2 feet away from him, and he ball faked when he got him up. He leaned in and jumped into him and played through the contact. Good job by him.
Ivers able to convert the three-point play, and just like that, Lawrenceville within 4, 13-9. We've said it a million times this year. Travis Carmi off to a hot start. Just a matter of can they keep the hot start. Driscoll. Left side, now in the far corner on the long pass to Edwards for 3. Got it.
Edwards for 3.
16-9 Carmi, 2.5 to play here in the first. Ivers driving inside, that pass stolen by Edwards. Bulldogs on the run again. Connor to the basket, lays it in. Bulldogs getting on the run. Connor has 6.
And converting defense and offense. I think Bryce had a little more than just lay it in on his mind on that one.
Sanders pulls up for three, dunks off the back of the rim, and the rebound is grabbed by Gavin Holloman. 2:08 to play here in the first quarter. Holloman dumps it off down low. That pass tipped away. You want to go fast. Obviously, the Bulldogs want to go in transition, but you don't want to go too fast. There's a corner three there from Parjan is off the mark. Holloman the rebound. 1:50 left to play here in the fast-paced first quarter. 18-9 Carmi. Gomat left top. Now it's Holloman over on the far side. Driscoll, far corner to Connor. Back to Driscoll. Screen for Edwards. Corner three on the way. Rimmed out. Couldn't roll back in. And the rebound grabbed by Ivers for Lawrenceville. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ivers dribbles to his left. Bounce pass to Hardiman. Goes on the far side to Sanders. Sanders. Parjan between the circles. Now left side. Hardiman catch and shoot three on the way. He got it. Second three-point shot for Parker Hardiman, and the Indians back within 6. 18-12. Lawrenceville goes back to a zone defense. Edwards down low to Connor in the post. He gets double teamed. Now to Holloman. His corner three-point shot. Got it! Carmi's making it rain from beyond the arc here in the first quarter. A first bank three-pointer, and Lawrenceville answers. Sanders with a three-point shot of his own.
This first quarter's turned into a three-point shooting competition.
You know, Carmi, the past couple of games, you know, it's score 40 points to win. They got 21 here in the first quarter. 21-15. Driscoll pulls up for three. That's off the back of the rim, but Driscoll couldn't get his own rebound. Tipped by Ivers, then Driscoll grabs it. Bulldogs the numbers the other way, and Driscoll turns it over as he jumped into the air with nowhere to go. Now Hardiman at the other end. His shot rejected by Edwards.
Yeah, he declined that shot like a credit card.
You know, Mitchell's older brother, Peyton, up in the stands. He did that a handful of times in his varsity career a few seasons back. 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 21-15. They go inside Jenkins. Now left top. Open three-point shot from Ivers is no good, and the rebound grabbed by Landon Driscoll. Bulldogs will hold for one shot with 13 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 21-15 Carmi. Holloman across the timeline over on the right side to Edwards. Comes near top to Driscoll. 3 seconds. They want to lob it, but Lawrenceville sniffed it out, and Carmi turns it over. With 0.5 seconds on the clock.
A little confusing there on the what set was being run right there. I think they were looking for the lob play. Just Mitchell Edwards not on the same page with Landon Driscoll.
Parjan fires from midcourt. It's no good. And an action-packed first quarter comes to an end. The Bulldogs lead it 21-15. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL.
Taylor Eye Care on Falcon Avenue in Carmi has over 500 eyeglass frames to choose from in stock. Also, a large selection of designer sunglass, non-prescription or prescription. Taylor Eye Care treats every patient like a member of their family, going above and beyond the expected for a truly memorable eye care experience. Call Taylor Eye Care at 618-382-4683 for your next eye exam. That's 618-382-4683. Taylor Eye Care, excellence in eye care.
Roark Transport in Carmi has earned a reputation of dependable hauling that many in this area have depended on. Roark Transport now also offers rock, dirt, and lime hauling from parking lots, driveways, and washouts. Roark Transport can handle all your rock and dirt hauling needs. Farmers can also depend on Roark Transport to deliver their lime when and where they need it. For your next driveway or parking lot job, remember Roark Transport for fast, dependable service. Call Roark Transport today at 265-3665.
Start of the second quarter here in Carmi. And the Bulldogs with a hot first quarter. They lead Lawrenceville 21-15. Travis, as good as a start to the first quarter that was for Carmi, Lawrenceville doing a great job getting right back in, only a 6-point game.
Yeah, and that just comes down to Carmi just not locking in on the defensive end like they should be.
Sanders an open three. He missed it. Bulldogs catch a break there. And so Carmi comes the other way with Landon Driscoll with the basketball. Trey Dixon checked in during the end of the quarter for Tyler Gomat. In the far corner, it's Driscoll down low to Connor. That pass tipped away by Jenkins out of bounds. You can tell Lawrenceville is game playing their defense around Bryce Connor. Carmi is trying to get the ball to Bryce in the post, and it just has not been there early on.
Yeah, they're trying to take away that whole right block where Bryce likes to operate from. Any pass inside, there's three guys running to his location to try to squeeze it out.
Holloman hands off to Driscoll, now left side, goes to Holloman. Gavin lobs it up top, back to Driscoll. Bounce pass to Connor at the free throw line. Taken away and stole by Jenkins. Up ahead to Ivers, goes right at Driscoll. His layup no good. Rebound grab by Mitchell Edwards. And here comes Carmi the other way. Gavin Holloman, Euro step to the basket. Gavin lays it up and in. And Kevin Wolf will call a timeout. It's brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Take time out of that to do. Listen, before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Back in 30 seconds.
Evil Eye Creative Studio in Carmi is a full-service communications and design consultancy. Located in the heart of Southern Illinois, we have a strong focus on small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. From t-shirts to business cards to large format banners, we are excited to make your design project a reality. We also specialize in video and audio production. Reach out to us to see how we can create something amazing together, all within your budget. Evil Eye Creative Studio. What can we create with you?
7:10 to play here in the second quarter as the Bulldogs lead 23-15 after a Gavin Holloman timeout and a Gavin Holloman basket and a Kevin Wolf timeout. Lawrenceville has the basketball. Jenkins gets inside now in the near corner. A three-point shot for Pargin is good. And Lawrenceville able to hit the three-point shots here in the first half. Down to a 5-point game, 23-18. Driscoll. Near side to Holloman. He goes in the near corner to Connor. And the post to go to Dixon. That pass tipped and stole by Pargin. Another Carmi turnover.
And that right there was just, the guy's on the dead spot and you just got to throw it there. That's where the guy's going to be, and you didn't really look if there was a defender there.
6:23 to play here in the second quarter. Pargin with a pull-up three-point shot is no good. Gavin Holloman grabs the rebound. Bulldogs on the run once again, and Holloman almost turns it over, and he does turn it over. And again, Travis is throwing to a spot and not really looking as Lawrenceville with the outlet and the quick basket by Jenkins. Just like that, we got a three-point game, 23-20.
And this is the pace Lawrenceville wants to play at, not letting Carmi work the ball inside, get a lot of run-out layups. Carmi's got to slow the ball down just a little bit, look to attack, and not force anything.
Edwards over on the far top. Connor at the free throw line. Catches it now in the near corner. Gavin Holloman catch and shoot three. Yes, sir. First bank three-pointer. Gavin Holloman, 26-20 Carmi. With 5:35 to play here in the second quarter. Ivers hands it off to Jenkins. Hands it off to Hardiman. He picks it up. Back to Jenkins. Top of the key. Pulls up for three. Can't hit. And the long rebound going to be corralled by Lawrenceville. Second chance as Ivers goes to get it. Now Jenkins wants to get inside and throws it right to face of Gavin Holloman. Bulldogs come the other way. Holloman to Connor with the layup. He got it. Bulldogs getting on the run when they can here in the first quarter. A little 5-0 run. Holloman a three-point shot. Holloman the assist on the Connor layup, 28-20. As Sanders pulls up that shot short. Rebound Driscoll. Lawrenceville, a lot of early shots in their possessions, not moving the ball around at all.
1-2 passes and shots going up. It's like the 7 seconds or less Suns offense back in the day.
Holloman left side, drives inside. Now it's Edwards over on the right top. Far corner goes to Driscoll. 4:38 to play here in the second quarter. 28-20 Carmi. It's a long three by Edwards, no good. Ivers the rebound as Lawrenceville brings it into the front court. Left side, Sanders. He'll pull up for three. You're not kidding. 7 seconds or less as Sanders hits that three-point shot. It's his second three.
One pass, one shot, two pass, one shot. It's almost like they're playing cutthroat. You can only have 3 dribbles, and then it's shots going up.
It's like you're playing at Bradshaw Park. In the near corner, it goes to Driscoll. Cross-court pass to Edwards. Mitchell catches it. Now goes to Holloman between the circles. Lawrenceville still in that odd-looking 2-3 zone as Driscoll will try a left wing three. That one's an air ball. Edwards does save it, though, but threw it right to Jenkins, and the Indians come the other way. 28-23, 3:52 to play here in the second quarter. Hardiman left top, now Jenkins top of the key, out left side to Hardiman. Jab step, he'll drive in, near side they go to Ivers. Ivers dribbling, picks up his dribble, now goes left top, back to Jenkins. He'll pull up for three, got it again. Lawrenceville lighting it up from beyond the arc. It's a 2-point game, 28-26.
Boy, both these teams are playing. It's going to be the first one to 70, 80 points is going to win this ball game.
And I'm okay with that, Travis. As Carmi turns it over, Ivers got his hand on another pass. Jenkins to the basket, leaves it for Ivers. His layup good, and we are tied at 28 apiece. Lawrenceville can do it in the half court. They can do it in the full court. 28-28. Two 23-win teams. Driscoll over to the right side to Edwards. Edwards looks back to Driscoll near side. They go to Holloman on the left top. Holloman back to Driscoll. Shot fake, puts it on the floor. Bounce pass on the far side to Edwards. Mitchell trying to go down low to Connor. That pass was tipped, knocked away by Pargin.
Yeah, that's a little bit. I don't think that pass is right. I think he's forcing just a little bit. They're looking to get the ball inside to Bryce because it's been taken away, and that's kind of their bread and butter on offense when he gets going, and then the threes start to rain on those kickouts. So they're trying to feed him the ball, and then I think they're just trying to force it in there.
2:45 to play here in the second quarter. We are tied at 28. Gomat left side, hands it off to Driscoll, and the Bulldogs will set up their offense. Driscoll dribbles to his right, over to Edwards. Mitchell back to Driscoll. Landon puts on the floor, now near side Holloman. Down to the post to Connor. Bryce goes up off one dribble, lost it, missed the shot, and the rebound grab by Lawrenceville. Not a bad possession there by Carmi. You got what you wanted, but Connor couldn't hit the shot. Three-point shot for Pargin. Lawrenceville has the lead.
The ball was over half court for less than 3 seconds, and the shot was going up.
Pargin's hit 3 of those, and the Indians lead 31-28. Driscoll over on the right side to Edwards. Edwards cross-court pass near side to Holloman. At the free throw line, Gomat, he thought about pulling up. Now tries to draw a foul inside. His shot no good. Gomat dives for the offensive rebound, able to throw it off of Hardiman, so it will stay with Carmi. Nice hustle by Tyler Gomat.
Yeah, smart play right there. Knew he was sliding across the floor, so he threw it off the Lawrenceville defender to make them be the one that knocks it out of bounds.
31-28. Lawrenceville with their first lead of the ball game. Gomat comes near side. Driscoll catch and shoot 3 off the back of the rim. Driscoll able to get his own rebound though. A third opportunity here for Carmi. Driscoll splits defenders over on the right side. Edwards in the post. They go to Connor. And a foul going to be called on the floor as Bryce was trying to dribble his way to the rim. Well, slowly but surely, Bryce is finding some open spots in that defense. Travis, he's really got to use that dead spot. The free throw line extended that area to try to get open against his zone.
Yeah, he's gonna have to work free throw line extended, that dead spot or dunker spot, if you will.
Nice pass from Edwards to Driscoll down low, and he lays it in. What a pass from Mitchell Edwards.
Outstanding pass. Landon snuck in behind the defense as soon as he inbounded the ball and hit him right in stride.
Pargin driving with the right hand, gets past Connor, throws one up looking for a foul, no good. Sanders got the offensive rebound. He turns around, throws one up. He missed it. Jenkins got the offensive board. Now it's Hardiman over in the far corner. 31-30 Lawrenceville. 1:07 to play here in the second quarter. Hardiman puts on the floor, guarded by Gomat. Goes left side to Pargin. Met there by Connor. Top of the circle, Hardiman, shot fake down to the post to Jenkins. He's going to turn against Edwards, gets double teamed, back out to Hardiman. Shot fake, pulls up at the free throw line. Got it. Nice possession there by Lawrenceville as Hardiman hits the shot.
That's their longest possession of the night, and they can play fast, but it looks like they can also play at a slower pace right there, working the ball around. Everyone on the floor touched the ball.
Holloman for the tie, missed it. Gomat got the offensive rebound. Now in the post to Edwards. No look pass goes to Gomat. Shot fake. Gomat able to hit the shot. Gomat's got his first basket. 33-32. What a fast-paced first half this has been. Final 17 seconds here in the second quarter. Ivers drives right, ball poked away by Connor. Ivers got it back, leaves Pargin open for 3, missed it. Rebound tip, Gomat has it with 6 seconds. Then Gomat got it stripped by Hardiman. Hardiman spins off Gomat and lays it in as time runs out. 35-32 is Holloman's full court. He was no good, and Lawrenceville leads it by 3 at the break, 35-32. We'll take a 3-minute break. Come back with the Jordan Funeral Group halftime show right here on 97.3 WRUL.
Family owned and operated for more than 70 years. Rush Appliance and Furniture stands the test of time. We have a large selection of in-stock furniture and appliances for every room in your home, grills and smokers, and an unmatched dedication to superior service. This is Sean Rush inviting you to visit me in Fairfield or my dad Terry in Carmi, where we can help you furnish every room in your house with superb service after the sale.
Teamwork,
Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Carmi Lumber celebrates the student athletes competing and wishes them great success. Depend on the team at Carmi Lumber for all success with your home projects, electrical, plumbing, lumber, hardware, and more. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Visit them on North 3rd Street in Carmi or carmilumber.net. Carmi Lumber, proud supporter of area athletes.
Life can be complicated, but managing your money should be simple. Whether you need to check your balances, deposit a check, pay bills, pay a friend, or transfer money to retirement savings, First Mid Online and Mobile Banking keep your finances simple every step along the way. With First Mid Bank and Trust, you can manage your money anytime right from your smartphone. You can even sign up for real-time alerts to stay on top of your account activity. Learn more about these conveniences at firstmid.com. First Mid Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love. From treating all aspects of heart health, diagnosis, treatment, and management of your heart condition to an orthopedic team ready to restore your quality of life by improving your mobility, flexibility, endurance, and strength. Call Wabash General Hospital today. 618-262-8621. Wabash General Hospital. Committed to combining passion and knowledge to heal. Visit wabashgeneral.com for more information.
Your partner in auto repair. That's Cherry Street Automotive in Carmi. You get service, expertise, and I promise you'll drive away satisfied. Complete engine and body repair, 24-hour-a-day wrecker and towing service, tires from sales and service, and repair including muffler service, brakes, shocks, suspension, and more. When quality counts, count on Cherry Street Automotive in Carmi. Your partner in auto repair. Call 382-7165 today.
In today's environment, being able to do all of your banking from home is not only convenient, but a necessity. People's National Bank makes it easy for you to do your banking without actually going to the bank. From online banking, mobile banking, free mobile deposit, to transferring funds and paying bills, it's easy and convenient for you to do your banking all from your mobile phone or computer. Get started by going to peoplesnationalbank.com to sign up for online banking today. People's National Bank, making it easy to bank from anywhere. Member FDIC.
Halftime here at Carmi, where the Lawrenceville Indians lead the Bulldogs 35-32. And what was an action-packed, fast-paced first half. Three-point shootout basically at times. Both teams getting out on the run. It's a very fast-paced contest. These Lawrenceville Indians lead by 3. The halftime show is brought to you by the Jordan Funeral Group, remembering lives well lived and honoring the tradition of Bulldog athletics. Visit jordanfuneralgroup.com for more. Nice little presentation by the Double-Time Tigers, led by Whitney Barber here at halftime. Doing a great job. Saw Kevin Wolf's daughter, Maddie, there in the front, so a great job by the Double-Time Tigers. Okay, so scoring-wise there in the first half, Carmi, they were led by Mitchell Edwards, who scored 10 points. And Gavin Holloman scored 8. Bryce Connor scored 8. Landon Driscoll scored 4. And Tyler Gomat scored 2. For Lawrenceville, they were led by Maddox Pargin, who had 9 points. They picked up 5 points from Bryant Jenkins, 8 points from Parker Hardiman, 6 points from Landon Sanders, and Leighton Ivers had 5 points. Travis, I don't think Lawrenceville played a single sub in that entire first half.
I don't believe so either. I think they went full tilt, just all their starters. And
maybe the first game that we've seen all year where somebody did not put a single starter in the whole first half. Maybe Grayville against Carmi, but other than that. Anyway, team stats, Travis.
Carmi shot 14 to 28 for 50% from the field, 4 of 14 for 29% from 3, 0 of 1 from the line. Lawrenceville shot 12 of 29 for 41%, 8 of 16 for 50% from 3, and no free throw attempts. Carmi had 7 offensive and 11 defensive rebounds. Lawrenceville had 3 offensive, 6 defensive rebounds. Carmi had 11 turnovers, and Lawrenceville had 6.
And the turnovers is kind of the big, makes you cringe a little bit. 11 turnovers. You got to find a way to keep those down. And I think that was kind of Lawrenceville's game plan. Carmi can play the run and gun type game, and if they get to next Wednesday, they're going to have to play a run and gun type game. But Carmi, I guess, isn't used to it. I think Lawrenceville knew that, forced Carmi into it, and that's where the 11 turnovers came from.
I mean, when Lawrenceville was in that 1-3-1, Carmi got off to that hot start, and they had a 9-10 point lead right there, and then they switched up defense. I think Carmi just had trouble really adjusting because they were able to work the ball inside against that 1-3-1, not so much against that 2-3, 2-1-2 kind of matchup zone. If you're in the middle, they kind of match up with you, but Carmi just had a hard time against that. That's where a lot of their turnovers come from, and that's when Lawrenceville just started getting in the rhythm, getting to play their style, get up and down and getting running, and I mean they're a fast-paced offense. I mean, one possession it was 3 seconds over half court, and a three-pointer was going up and it went in. I mean they're playing 7 seconds or less offense, and Carmi's got to figure out a way to slow the pace of the game down just a little bit to throw Lawrenceville out of that rhythm, because if they keep playing this up and down type style, unless it's run out layups, they play this up and down style, this plays right into Lawrenceville's hands.
And again, they're a 23-win team just like Carmi is, and they play in a very tough Little Illini conference. I mean, they're 23-7. They're currently in third place in that conference because you got teams like Casey Westwood who's having a great year, Mount Carmel is having a great year, Albany. So they have their fair share of good competition up north there in the LIC. So this is no bum that Carmi is losing to by 3 points here at halftime. I thought Carmi did a lot of things right there on the offensive end there in the first half. Defense, they had some laps, but that's because of the speed that they're not really used to. But I thought that in the half-court offense, we mentioned against zone, sometimes this year, Carmi has had their struggles and being kind of lackadaisical, but I thought there in the first half, very consistent, very persistent with their passes, and they were getting quick shots.
Yeah, early on against that 1-3-1, they were doing a great job, really being decisive and seeing if the guy was open. They weren't really just saying, okay, this is where the guy's supposed to be. I'm throwing the ball there. I'm getting kind of a little bit of pressure, a little trap. The guy's supposed to be at the top of the key right there at the elbow. I'm throwing it there, and then they got kind of caught into that trap right there, and that's when a lot of the turnovers happened, when they were throwing to spots instead of the people. Sometimes you can get away with throwing to spots. It's not like football where you're leading the receiver. Sometimes it is, but you have to wait for the guy to come open. Don't just throw it to a spot. Carmi did a bad job in that first half about doing that. They got to slowly slow down the pace and don't throw it to the spot. Throw it to a man.
Again, your halftime score, Lawrenceville leads at 35-32. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. Second half coming up right here on 97.3 WRUL.
You can buy more of what you want when you save on what you need. Save on meal ingredients by shopping Little Giant Grocery Outlet in Carmi. Little Giant's team of buyers are constantly scanning wholesalers, looking for pantry favorites and meal ingredients at astonishing savings just so you can shop confidently, knowing that you can come in anytime and find great deals from fresh cuts of meat and grocery items to deli, fresh produce, and frozen goods. See just how much more your dollar buys at Little Giant Grocery, Carmi, Illinois.
Things come and go. Trends, fads, rolled jeans, leg warmers, big hairdos. Some things stand the test of time. However, here at the Jordan Funeral Group, we intend to be here for you for the long haul. So whether you need pre-planning services, personalized services, or just need more information, count on us at Campbell Funeral Home and Stendeback Funeral Home. Call 618-382-5222 or visit us at jordanfuneralgroup.com. Family owned and operated since 1954.
Halftime here, McDougall-Evers, Lawrenceville leads Carmi 35-32. This has been the Jordan Funeral Group halftime show. Remembering life's well lived and honoring the tradition of Bulldog athletics. Visit jordanfuneralgroup.com for more. Well, there's no question, Travis, Bulldogs got to play some better defense here in the second half. During that 12-game win streak after the EHT, I thought defense was the main reason why Carmi won a lot of those games. But tonight, I wouldn't say the half-court defense was necessarily bad, but it's the quick shots that Lawrenceville was getting off and a couple offensive rebounds as well. The defense, all in all, you got to play better in the second half.
Yeah, you have to play better in the second half. They're in that 12-game win streak. 35 would be the amount of points they give up for the entire game, not just in a single half. So Carmi's going to have to turn the defensive intensity up this half if they want to be able to win this game.
So again, 35-32 as we start the third quarter of play. Carmi will have the ball first. They're going left to right here in the second half. And Mitchell Evans will walk the ball across the timeline. Left side, they go to Driscoll. Top of the circle, Holloman dribbles to his right, down low to Connor. Connor catches it, trying to go up. Now it's Edwards that's swinging around. Holloman, top of the key three, banks it in.
You think he called glass on that one?
That was a true first bank three-pointer.
Okay.
See what I did there?
I'm not going to give you that one.
We're tied at 35, and then Gomat with the steal. Nobody in front. Gomat got stripped on his way up, and it will stay here with Carmi. That three-pointer, $3 from First Bank. The Carmi-White County Unit 5 School District, 35-35. 28 seconds gone here in the third quarter. But a good start here to the third quarter for Carmi. A three-point shot from Holloman, and Gomat with the steal. Driscoll will inbound. Gets into Connor. Now onto the left side. Edwards, three-point shot. That one too hard. Rebound is a little David Tyree catch there for Landon Driscoll, but they're going to say a jump ball with the arrow favoring Lawrenceville.
Jump ball favors the Indians.
So 7:24 to play here in the third quarter, 35-35. Again, Bulldogs need to play a better second half on the defensive floor. Over on the right side, the top of the key, Sanders has it. Now Pargin on the left side. Hardiman in the near corner. They get it to Ivers. Back left side, Jenkins. He wants to drive against Edwards, gets him up in the air, and hits the shot.
Got to stay down on that shot fake right there.
Jenkins with the basket. He's got 7 points. Makes it 37-35. Holloman, top of the circle to Driscoll. Now in the near corner, it's Edwards. Down low to Connor. Connor goes up against 2 defenders. No foul. And the rebound grabbed by Jenkins. Lawrenceville comes the other way. Jenkins in the basket. His layup, good. Little 4-0 run here for Bryant Jenkins. And Lawrenceville with a 4-point lead, 39-35. Holloman dribbles to his right. Now top of the circle to Driscoll. Driscoll with a crossover. Goes in the near corner to Holloman. Cross-court pass to Edwards. Too high. Mitchell couldn't corral it. Stolen by Hardiman. Indians come the other way. Ivers over to Sanders with a jab step. Sanders dribbles to his right. Hands it off over on the far side to Pargin. Pargin dribbles to his left and a crossover. Goes near top now to Ivers. Ivers goes back on the far side. Sanders picks up his dribble. Now over on the right top. Jenkins. Setbacks for 3. Short. Offensive rebound, though, by Pargin. He goes back up. Missed the lay-in. Driscoll couldn't get the rebound. Connor does. Now Carmi on the run. Connor over to Edwards. He goes to the basket. Edwards layup. Good. And one. Mitchell Edwards. Game for the Bulldogs. Defense leading to offense.
Basket counts.
Way to run the floor there by Mitchell Edwards. And Bryce hitting him in stride right there.
Makes it 39-37. Edwards has 12 points. Make it 13 as he hits the free throw. Back and forth ball game, as we expected. 2 very good ball clubs. 39-38 Lawrenceville. Hardiman over on the right top. He'll direct traffic. He looks. Now over on the right side, Pargin has the basketball. Pargin, jab step, drives with the right hand. We're going to get a hand check called against Bryce Connor. They're going to call the foul, though, on the shot. And so, first foul against Connor, and that will send Maddox Pargin to the free throw line. Pargin, who's got 9 points, him and Jenkins leading scorers for Lawrenceville. First of 2 on the way for Pargin. Got that one. Lawrenceville hasn't shot them any free throws tonight, have they, Travis?
That is their second attempt of the night.
I was going to say. And Pargin able to go 2 for 2. He's got 11. And the Lawrenceville lead is 3. 41-38. 5:28 to go here in the third quarter. Holloman across the timeline. Goes left side to Gomat. Gomat looks, top of the circle, Driscoll. Driscoll looks to his left, doesn't throw it there. Now goes back to Gomat. He'll try a 3-point shot. That one's short. Offensive rebound to Edwards. Edwards then fades away. His 2-point jumper is good. Edwards heating up here in the second half. He's got 15. 41-40. Lawrenceville leads. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ivers driving in, picks up his dribble, then goes up against Holloman and banks it in. Lawrenceville has just pretty much had an answer for everything Carmi has done offensively. 43-40, 4:45 to play here in the third quarter. Holloman with the basketball left side, now in the post to Connor, dumps it off to Gomat. Gomat fading away, his shot rolls in. Good offense there by Carmi against his own defense. Gomat's got 4.
They got the ball to the dead spot, worked it to the middle. Nice little baby hook there by Tyler Gomat.
43-42, Sanders catch and shoot 3, and he hits it. Lawrenceville just shooting the lights out. 46-42 Indians with 4:13 to go here in the third. Driscoll, left side to Holloman, top of the circle to Connor. Goes left top, back to Holloman. He'll try to answer with a three. He does! Gavin Holloman, a First Bank three-pointer, 46-45. With the two sophomores, Edwards at 15, Holloman with 14. They go near side, Sanders with it. Down the near corner, Hardiman. Down to the post, that pass tipped and stolen by Tyler Gomat. I mean, Travis, what else could you ask for with these two teams?
Some defense.
That might help. 46-45, Lawrenceville with the lead. Bulldogs with the basketball. Lob it backdoor for Edwards. He catches it, then goes up and able to draw the foul. That's a smart play by Mitchell because he caught that pass not where he wanted it. And instead of trying to throw it up and draw a foul, he went down with it, then went back up and drew the foul. So it's a smart play by the sophomore. Jenkins commits the foul, his third. And so Mitchell will shoot two, and the first free throw no good.
Yeah, very smart play there by Mitchell. He got the ball underneath the rim, and instead of trying to do a crazy reverse layup, brought it down and went back up strong.
Edwards goes 1 of 2 to tie the game, 46-46. 3:24 to play here in the third quarter. Ivers over on the right top. Bounce pass on the right side, goes to Sanders. He wants to drive baseline, pull-up jumper on the way, and guess what? They made another shot. Sanders with 11. 48-46 Lawrenceville.
You know, we might break 100 for both teams tonight, the way they're playing on offense and defense.
They go in the near corner. It's Holloman. He drives baseline, dumps it off to Edwards. He catches and scores down low. Mitchell Edwards, 18 points for the sophomore. And we're tied again, 48-48. I like this kind of game, Travis. So I like the fast-paced, high-scoring, up-tempo kind of games. Hardiman hands it off to Sanders on the right top. 2:37 to play here in the third. In a tie ball game. Sanders drives left, now back to his right. Shot against Edwards, no good. Jenkins couldn't tip it in, and Driscoll grabs the rebound. Driscoll up ahead to Holloman behind the defense. Gavin lays it in. And a timeout taken by Randy Bishop. The Bulldogs regain the lead, 50-48. We'll take a 30-second break right here, 97.3 WRUL.
Hey Bulldog fans, it's Lute Saylor with First Bank. First Bank is a proud supporter of Bulldog athletics and the community at large. For over 125 years, First Bank has been there for you then, now, and are well positioned to continue serving you well into the future as we invest in our community. To show another way we are caring for Carmi, First Bank will donate $3 back to the Carmi school system for every Bulldog three-pointer this season. Together, we look forward to making great things happen for you, your business, and our community.
Housing lender, member FDIC.
2:22 to play here in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs have regained the lead against Lawrenceville, 50-48. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio. Asher Penron with us. For those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel, Carmi has gone to their 1-3-1 zone defense for the first time tonight. Ivers on the right top, comes near side to Hardiman. Hardiman looks over the defense, now on the right side to Ivers. Back to Hardiman, near corner, three-point shot on the way is no good from Pargin. Rebound, Bryce Connor. Bulldogs on the run, 2-on-2. Connor on the right side, layup up and good. Connor with 10, 52-48 Bulldogs. Hardiman left side, lobs it backdoor. Connor picks it off. Bulldogs come the other way. Connor on the right side. On the right top, it's Driscoll. Driscoll puts it on the floor, bounce pass to a cutting Gomat. Gomat goes against the defender, layup good for Tyler Gomat. Bit of a run here for Carmi in the third quarter, 54-48. 1:24 to play here in the third.
It's all coming off defense, getting deflection, getting steals, and getting out and running.
Hardiman left top. Now on the post, they go to Jenkins. He'll do a nice little jump stop, and the layup up and good for Bryant Jenkins, who's got 11 points. Three different Indians are in double figures in scoring. Same for Carmi. 54-50. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. Driscoll on the right top. Goes near side to Edwards. Back to Driscoll. He puts on the floor. Edwards back on the near side to Driscoll back to Edwards, then back to Driscoll. Between the circles. 48 seconds to play here in the third. Holloman down in the post to Connor, back up top to Driscoll. He thought about a three, dumps it off to Edwards inside. Mitchell goes up and lays it in. Again, Mitchell Edwards has 20 points. We're still in the third quarter. 56-50, final 30 seconds to play here in the third. Hardiman hands off to Pargin over on the right side. Now on the near side, Sanders near corner. On the drive there is Ivers. Three-point shot from Sanders. Can't leave him open. Sanders hits it. He's got 14. Back to a three-point game. 56-53. Final 10 seconds. Gomat, the free throw line. He lost it. Jenkins the steal. Lawrenceville with numbers. Jenkins, no-look pass to Ivers, who lays it in at the buzzer. 56-55 as we go to the third quarter. Carmi 56, Lawrenceville 55. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL.
It's no accident that more and more people trust Hale Body Shop when they need collision repair.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop work hard to get your car back to you as soon as possible.
They understand how busy you are.
They also understand that sometimes life happens.
And if you find yourself in an accident,
remember, when it does, there's only one place to go.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi, way out there on Possum Road.
Mom is so happy at Wabash Christian Supportive Living. She enjoys herself, loves the food, and I've seen a positive change in her health.
Hi, this is Kathleen Garner, Residential Service Director for Wabash Christian Supported Living. And if your mom is still independent but missing out on socialization, isn't eating properly, struggles to maintain her household, or just needs daily support, Wabash Christian Supported Living is perfect. Wabash Christian Supported Living even offers on-site therapy. As a faith-based organization, you'll both feel confident our actions and conduct reflect your standards. Learn more by calling 382-2900.
We start the fourth quarter of play. Carmi a 1-point lead over Lawrenceville, 56-55. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Should be a fun fourth quarter. Been a fun first three quarters. Edwards, right elbow goes to Gomat. Now a Tolleman, far corner, 2-point jumper is no good, and the rebound grab by Ivers. And Edwards commits a tic-tac foul near midcourt. Luckily, it's just Mitchell's first, but doesn't really hurt you, but you want to stay away from those kind of fouls here in the fourth quarter.
You don't want to get in foul trouble this early or even get close to the bonus.
Just 2 fouls apiece in the second half. Ivers near side. Bounce pass over on the right side to Jenkins. Jab step, driving against Edwards, picks up his dribble, and double dribble gets called. So Lawrenceville turns it over.
That's Lawrenceville's 10th turnover for the game.
Kind of surprised they had that many.
Yeah, they turned it over 5 times in the first quarter. Really, since then they've only had 5.
Driscoll left top of the circle. Holloman. 7:23 to play in the fourth quarter. 56-55 Carmi. Driscoll comes near side to Edwards. Back over on the right top to Connor. He'll pull up from the elbow. His shot no good. A rebound tip. Connor somehow got it. Able to go up and draw the foul. So Bryce Connor will shoot 2. As they call the foul on Pargin. And the Lawrenceville fans not too pleased. That is Pargin's 4th foul. First free throw for Connor is up and good. Travis, we made the comment earlier, Lawrenceville has not made a sub in the game. They still have not. And they've got Pargin with 4 fouls. He's really the only one in foul trouble is Randy Bishop having a word with Adam Cross, trying to discuss who that foul was on. And they clarify it was on 24, and that's his 4th. That's Pargin. So 57-55, 7:12 to play. Or I stand corrected. Okay, they call the Bishop is the one with 3 fouls. Pargin with his first. So I stand corrected there. But Jenkins still has 3. Pargin has 4. As Connor hits both free throws, he's got 12 points. 58-55 Carmi. Jenkins getting inside, and he's fouled by Tyler Gomat. And Gomat commits his 2nd.
Still trying to figure out between Pargins and Jenkins who had.
So Jenkins
that last foul, it was on Pargin.
Okay, so they just put it back. So Jenkins only has 3.
Okay, they still had him at 4, and I was like, they just put it 4 on him, and they took it off.
Jenkins has 3, as Pargin only has 1. Jenkins gets inside, gets Edwards up in the air and lays it in. Jenkins with 13 points for the Indians. 58-57 Carmi. Edwards on the near corner. Goes on the right top to Driscoll. Fakes the pass, puts it on the floor. At the free throw line, it goes to Gomat. Here in the near corner, back to Edwards. Back on the right top to Driscoll. Back in the near corner, Edwards. Back to Driscoll. Driscoll dribbles it back to Edwards in the near corner. Now it's Gomat at the free throw line. Connor trying to get position. Loose ball stolen by Lawrenceville. Carmi really wanted to get the ball inside right there, and Lawrenceville took it away. 58-57, Indians can reclaim the lead. Driving inside as Sanders commits the foul. As that will be on Landon Driscoll, his second. 6:07 to play here in the fourth quarter, 58-57. Jenkins to inbound. He looks, no look pass to the sideline, and Lawrenceville turns it over. Connor with the steal, and he puts it in. He missed the dunk, but he got the bounce.
Yeah, it's sometimes better to be lucky than good on that one.
14 for Connor, 60-57 Carmi. Sanders, three-point shot for Pargin is no good. Holloman grabs the rebound. 60-57, the Bulldogs lead by 3. What a game this has been. Driscoll in the near corner goes to Edwards. Edwards back over to Driscoll. I mean, Lawrenceville with really 3 defenders focusing on Bryce Connor. Driscoll in the near corner, back to Edwards. Back to Driscoll, he dribbles to his left. Driscoll back between the circles with 5:17 to play here in the fourth quarter. Gomat the free throw line. He wants to get to the basket. His shot blocked by Jenkins, and the rebound grabbed by Hardiman. 60-57. Carmi with a 3-point lead. 5:05 to play. Ivers near side is Sanders. He puts on the floor over on the right side to Pargin. Near the Bulldog logo. Hardiman right side. Now in the far corner. It goes to Jenkins. Met there by Mitchell Edwards. He dribbles with the left hand. No look pass in the near corner. Hardiman back to Jenkins. Edwards with a hand up. Jenkins dribbles to his left. Now between the legs. Trying to go isolation against Edwards. Tied to the basket. His shot no good. Edwards might have got a hand on that. And Gomat with the rebound. 4:33 to play here in the fourth quarter. And Kevin Wolf will take a timeout. It's brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Take time out of that to-do list, and before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself for your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
Your family's care team is close to home at Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. From routine care, vaccines, and DOT physicals to disease management, x-ray, lab work, and COVID testing. With 9 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, Hamilton Memorial has you covered. Plus, for those unexpected illnesses, our weekend walk-in clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics. Here for you now, like we've always been.
4.5 to play here in the ball game. The Bulldogs hanging on to a 3-point lead over Lawrenceville, 60-57. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Hayden Winkleman back at the WRUL studio. Asher Penrod with us. For those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel, Mitchell Edwards, left top. Now comes near side Driscoll. Back over left corner. Edwards, 3-point shot off the top of the backboard. And the rebound grabbed by Ivers. 3-point Carmi lead. 4:15 to play. Ivers over on the right top. Pargin with it back to Ivers. Back over on the right side to Pargin. Pargin looks. Top of the circle, Hardiman. He comes near side. They get it to Ivers. Dribbles top of the key. Sanders thought about a 3. Now wants to get inside. Ball taken away by Holloman. 3-on-1. Holloman able to draw the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. And so now Lawrenceville, the turnover is really starting to pile up.
And the defensive intensity for Carmi has really picked up in this fourth quarter. Getting a lot of deflections, keeping their hands active.
First of 2 free throws here for Gavin Holloman, and he hits them. And the 2 sophomores tonight continue to just impress. I don't know about you, but they're really starting to impress me as the season's going on. Gavin's got 17, Edwards with 20. Now Gavin's got 18 as he goes 2 for 2. 62-57, 3:51 to play. Ivers between the circles. Goes to his left, now back to his right against Holloman. Ivers falls down, loose ball, he picks it up. Holloman tries to poke it away. We're going to get a jump ball call. The arrow does favor Lawrenceville. It will stay here. You're right, Travis, though. The defensive intensity for Carmi, especially here late third quarter, early to mid fourth quarter, has really stepped up.
They've got a lot more deflections, a lot of active hands, and diving on loose balls. They're just giving that extra effort right now.
Sanders inbounds between the circles to Jenkins, now near side. Ivers has it. Ivers crossover in the near corner. They go to Pargin, back over on the right side. Hardiman, top of the circle. Ivers fakes the drive, now pulls it out between the circles. Ivers over on the right top. Sanders with it. In the far corner, it's Hardiman. Back over on the right top to Pargin. Guarded by Connor. Near side Sanders. 3:17 to play. 62-57 Carmi. Ivers near corner. Jenkins for 3. It's short. Ivers got the offensive rebound as Holloman couldn't jump that high. Now Hardiman, second chance 3. No good. Ivers again got the rebound, and they call a jump ball with the arrow favoring Carmi. I'll tell you what, Travis, both times Holloman had Ivers boxed out.
And he elevated.
He out-jumped him.
He went to the top floor and kept going.
2:57 to play. 62-57 Carmi. Edwards, top of the circle. Driscoll now left side. Connor in the far corner. It goes to Holloman. Back left side to Connor. Picks it up now on the right, chop to Edwards. Edwards back in the near corner. Driscoll. Dead spot. Gomet. Cross-court pass to Holloman. Bobbled it up first, but then picked it up. Now comes near side Driscoll. That pass down to the post is kicked by Sanders. And so if you're Carmi, you want to kill some clock here. You're up by 5, but again, you don't want to be too conservative. You still want to find a way to score here.
Yeah, you don't want to be too passive, but you do not want to be overly aggressive. There's no reason to force any bad pass or force any shot up. You got a lot of time to kill. Just work it around and look to attack off a closeout here.
And just 4 fouls apiece. 62-57. Carmi leads 2:20 to play here in the ball game. Edwards in the post to Driscoll. He goes to the basket, and he draws a foul. That one's going to be on Pargin, his second, and Landon Driscoll will go to the free throw line for 2.
Good job by Driscoll there, flashing to the free throw line. Caught the pass, ball fake, got the man flying past, and went up strong.
62-57 Carmi. 2:16 to play. First free throw for Driscoll on the way is up and good, and with that, Randy Bishop will take a timeout. Driscoll's got 5. It's a full timeout. It's brought to you by Carmi Lumber. We'll take one as well. Back in 1 minute.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself with all your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
Your partner in auto repair. That's Cherry Street Automotive in Carmi. You get service, expertise, and a promise you'll drive away satisfied. Complete engine and body repair, 24-hour-a-day wrecker and towing service, tires from sales and service, and repair including muffler service, brakes, shocks, suspension, and more. When quality counts, count on Cherry Street Automotive in Carmi. Your partner in auto repair. Call 382-7165 today.
2:16 to play. It's crunch time. Carmi leading Lawrenceville 63-57. Trying to hang on for win number 24 on the season. So Landon Driscoll to shoot. His second free throw attempt, just made his first. And his second one short. Connor there for the offensive rebound. Bryce goes up and he draws a foul. That one going to be against Chickens, and that's his 4th. And Bryce Connor, right place, right time. That rebound went right to him, and he'll shoot 2. Connor on the season at the free throw line, shooting 76%, and he hits the first. Bryce has 15. Second free throw on the way for Connor. He goes 2 of 2. Connor with 16 points. Edwards has 20. Holloman has 18. And the Bulldogs have an 8-point lead. 65-57, 2:05 to play. Sanders on the right top. He drives in. Almost got it taken away. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Lawrenceville. Carmi gets the ball back.
That's Lawrenceville's 5th turnover of the corner. That's all from Carmi's defense, just ratcheting up that intensity.
1:58 to play. Holloman over to Driscoll. Driscoll puts it on the floor, throws it up ahead to Connor. Pass was tipped to Gomat. Then he comes up top to Holloman, and Carmi will then pull this one out and kill some clock. 1:45 to play here in the ball game. Edwards comes near top, now in the post to Gomat. Gomat's going to pull it back out. Now a cross-court pass over to Driscoll. If you're Lawrenceville, do you think about fouling? They've got 6. One more would mean free throws for Carmi. Edwards near side, 65-57, then Carmi turns it over, and then Connor steals it right back. Connor to the basket, his layup, no good. Rebound grabbed by Jenkins, and a foul called against Landon Driscoll. With 1:20 left to play. (65-57). As Lawrenceville's going to take a timeout with 1:18 left to play. It is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
Teamwork. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Carmi Lumber celebrates the student athletes competing and wishes them great success. Depend on the team at Carmi Lumber for all success with your home projects. Electrical, plumbing, lumber, hardware, and more. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Visit them on North 3rd Street in Carmi or carmilumber.net. Carmi Lumber, proud supporter of area athletes.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself with all your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
1:18 to play here in the fourth quarter. Carmi with a 8-point lead, 65-57. Lawrenceville out of a timeout, goes right to the basket. Now in the near corner, it's Jenkins. Jenkins dribbling with the right hand. Thought about pulling up for 3 now. It's over on the right side to Sanders. Sanders dribbles to his left against Gomat. Sanders up top, stolen by Gomat with 1:03 to play. And the Bulldogs will slow down, final minute to go. And the Bulldogs lead by 8. Holloman to the basket. His shot rejected by Jenkins, out of bounds.
Man, he tossed that one out like last week's garbage. Woo.
That's a new one from you, Travis. Well, if you're up by 8 points, you can smile at that one a little bit. As Kevin Wolf will call a timeout as Carmi had a hard time getting the inbounds pass. It is a full timeout. We got some spots to get through, so we'll take one as well. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL.
You can buy more of what you want when you save on what you need. Save on meal ingredients by shopping Little Giant Grocery Outlet in Carmi. Little Giant's team of buyers are constantly scanning wholesalers, looking for pantry favorites and meal ingredients at astonishing savings just so you can shop confidently, knowing that you can come in anytime and find great deals from fresh cuts of meat and grocery items to deli, fresh produce, and frozen goods. See just how much more your dollar buys at Little Giant Grocery, Carmi, Illinois.
Taylor Eye Care on Falcon Avenue in Carmi has over 500 eyeglass frames to choose from in stock. Also, a large selection of designer sunglass, non-prescription or prescription. Taylor Eye Care treats every patient like a member of their family, going above and beyond the expected for a truly memorable eye care experience. Call Taylor Eye Care at 618-382-4683 for your next eye exam. That's 618-382-4683. Taylor Eye Care, excellence in eye care.
Final 54 seconds to play here in the ball game. Carmi leading 65-57. Landon Driscoll to inbound. Driscoll looks, still looks, gets it into Connor. Jenkins right there on him now. It's back to Driscoll, and Carmi will just kind of wait for Lawrenceville to start fouling. Now it's Connor left side, and Connor double teamed and then fouled with 44.2 seconds to go. So if Carmi hangs on here in the final 44 seconds, it will be win number 24 on the season. They've already surpassed the most wins under Kevin Wolf's tenure. He had a couple of 20-win years to start his head coaching career, as Connor's first free throw is no good, and the rebound grabbed by Ivers, and then Connor commits the foul. But this would be Carmi's 24th win. They won 26 games back in 1986. That's the second most in school history. That 99 team won 28 games. Then in 1937, the third place on the list, Carmi won 24 games that year. Ivers gets inside. His shot was no good. Bryce Connor to the rebound, and he's fouled with 36 seconds left to play. Travis, this is going to be a big win for Carmi. And I think in a win where kind of the odds were stacked against you. Lawrenceville was, but they couldn't miss there in that first half. Carmi played a very good second half. They're going to get this win tonight.
Yeah, Lawrenceville probably couldn't play any better. 8 of 16 from deep, 8 3-pointers just in the first half alone. Some teams, that's a full game's worth. And this is kind of going to give them confidence going forward. Playing against a team that likes to run and gun like this, very reminiscent of a Vienna team that Carmi might have a chance at facing in the regional, or will have a chance of facing if they take care of business on Saturday.
Connor goes 2 of 2. The senior's got 18 points. And the Bulldog lead is 10, 67-57. Final 35 seconds. Ivers over on the right top. On the far side, Jenkins, he turns it over. Driscoll comes up with it. Carmi's got to get it across half court. Ivers won't let him. Now it's Holloman who will draw the foul with 23.3 seconds to go. So Gavin Holloman will shoot 2 more free throws. The sophomore with 18 points. Back on Friday, Gavin and Mitchell, very similar night to tonight. Both in the high teens in scoring. And as Gavin's first free throw is good. Just giving Carmi fans, obviously Bryce Connor and Tyler Gomet, the 2 seniors that are going to be gone next year, but Carmi is in good hands for the next 2 years with Holloman and Edwards. And right on cue, Gavin missed that free throw. 68-57, Hardeman going to pull up for 3. It's short, rebound grab by Bryce Connor. He will dribble it across the timeline, and how about that win for the Carmi White County Bulldogs? They take down Lawrenceville 68-57 in their final non-conference game of the season to improve to 24-3 on the season. Ties the record for the 3rd most wins in school history. Final score, Carmi 68, Lawrenceville 57. The Bulldogs have one more regular season game as they will host Fairfield on Friday before beginning regionals on Saturday. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with the Roark Transport Postgame Show right here on 97.3 WRUL.
Roark Transport in Carmi has earned a reputation of dependable hauling that many in this area have depended on. Roark Transport now also offers rock, dirt, and lime hauling. From parking lots, driveways, and washouts, Roark Transport can handle all your rock and dirt hauling needs. Farmers can also depend on Roark Transport to deliver their lime when and where they need it. For your next driveway or parking lot job, remember Roark Transport for fast, dependable service. Call Roark Transport today at 265-3665.
When it comes to income tax planning and preparation, experience counts. Experience to know all the deductions that you can take. Experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself with all your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
This is Nancy J. Winter, CPA. It has been a pleasure to grow with you, to go through the stages of your life. I would just like to say thank you to all of my clients, past and present. And as one client recently said, it's like we are family. We strive to do the best we can for you, whether it be in tax season or out, and whether it be a tax situation, a financial situation, or just someone to talk to about how things are going. Thank you for counting on us. Stop by my office on Cherry Street in Carmi, or visit me at nancyjwintercpa.com.
Your family's care team is close to home at Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. From routine care, vaccines, and DOT physicals to disease management, x-ray, lab work, and COVID testing. With 9 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, Hamilton Memorial has you covered. Plus, for those unexpected illnesses, our weekend walk-in clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics. Here for you now, like we've always been.
You lock up your house, you lock up your car. Citizens National Bank of Albion works hard to keep your identity and personal account information safe and secure. We encourage you to do the same. Be very cautious when receiving phone calls asking for your personal information, online banking username and passwords. CNB will never ask you for your information over the phone. Never give out your personal information. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking, member FDIC.
Final score here in Carmi. The Bulldogs take down Lawrenceville 68-57. The Bulldogs improve to 24-5 on the season, ties the school record, the third place in school record with a 24th win of the year behind the 86 team that won 26 games and the 99 team that won 28 games. And the postgame show is delivered by Roark Transport, hauling fuel, rock, grain, and more. To help our community grow, call 265-3665 for more. Scoring-wise for the Bulldogs, they were led by Mitchell Edwards, who had 20 points. Galvin Holloman had 19, 18 from Bryce Connor. Tyler Goman had 6. Landon Driscoll had 5. Lawrenceville, they were led by Jenkins, who had 13 points. Sanders had 14. Jenkins with 13. 11 from Pargin, 9 from Ivers, and 8 from Hardeman. Travis, team stats?
Carmi shot 25 of 49 for 51% from the field, 6 of 20 for 30% from 3, and 12 of 17 for 71% from the line. Lawrenceville shot 21 of 49 for 43%, 10 of 24 from deep, 42%, and they were 3 of 3 from the line. Carmi had, hold on, quick math, 9 offensive, 17 defensive rebounds to go along with 16 turnovers, and Lawrenceville had 7 offensive, 12 defensive rebounds, and 17 turnovers.
Travis will pass this headset over to head coach Kevin Wolf. Again, the Bulldogs take down Lawrenceville tonight, 68-57. Coach, that was about a fast-paced game we've seen you guys play all year, and that's a very good basketball team you guys just beat.
Without a doubt, and it's a different style of game. And I was talking to their coach before the game. You know, they like playing us because of our size and physicality. They haven't seen a ton of that in their league. So he said, we haven't seen that pace. The Black Diamond doesn't play like that. You know, Benton might, Massac might, Carterville might, some teams, but not in the Black Diamond. That's not how a Hamco game Carmi looks like. That's not how a Fairfield Carmi game looks. So it's very good for us because I think that's what we're going to be seeing if we advance into the postseason. That style of play, and boy, they can really shoot it. I think they had, 8 threes at some point through the first half. We had a few, but what a whale of a game. And they did a good job in the second half. We got good looks inside, but, boy, they're so quick. They were right on us, which disrupted some of our stuff. But, man, we made enough plays down the stretch. Like I said, very, very good team we displayed, very good game. I wish we would have been a little bit cleaner there down the stretch. These big games, we got some young pups out there, and whenever it gets around 2 minutes, 2:30, there's such a fine line. I was just talking to those guys in there about being aggressive and being passive. You don't want to be passive, turn one over, give them some juice, okay, but you also can't be overly aggressive and take a bad shot and then give them something the other way. So we have to value the basketball, but you also want to be aggressive and get a bucket if you can. But it's just that fine line. I thought we did okay, took a couple rush shots, but then there at the end we did what we had to do.
What was your message there at halftime? Because in the second half, the defense was so much better from you guys. They didn't have as many open shots, and you guys just seemed more aggressive on the defense.
Well, I told the guys, I think they were just – it's like we've had sometimes before, like, what'd you expect? You know, we go over the scouting report. I mean, the number 3 hit 10 3-pointers in a game on Saturday. Like, I didn't make that up. You know, like sometimes the kids just need to realize, like, wow, this team plays fast. They can really shoot it. And I think once they just kind of settled into what the style of game was going to be, I think we were okay. But there in the first half, they kept shooting a bunch of threes and making them and looking over with their heads down. I'm like, what do you expect? This is a really good shooting team. The number 3 for Lawrenceville had 86 3-point shots made coming into the game. The Sanders kid, you know, by comparison, our Mitchell, who's one of the best shooters around, has 66. He's made 20 more threes than Mitchell has. I mean, the kid can absolutely fill it up, and that goes with those other guys too. Everybody on the floor can shoot it, and we went to the 1-3-1 there in the timeout, and me and Coach Stubblefield talked about it, and I said, hey, let's go a little one here. And I think it was Landon or Gomer. Somebody said, Coach, they can all shoot. And I said, well, what's the difference? They're all making them right now anyway, so maybe let's give them a different look, and maybe something will happen. And we got they missed a couple, and then they kind of got it to the middle, and then we went away from it, but, like, had to try something different. I mean, our man at the beginning was they were just getting open looks. They were getting down the floor. They were making them, and our guys were a little frustrated.
Another team that wanted to focus in on getting Bryce or denying Bryce the ball down low. You guys tried to get it to him, and it just wasn't there. But that opened up opportunities for guys like Gavin and Mitchell to have great ball games again tonight.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to knock down some threes. Wanted to establish inside early. We ran some of our stuff, and there was stuff around the bucket. But like I said, that their kid inside is 6'3", and he's athletic, and he was making it a little tougher on Bryce to score and Gomac to score. But then at the end, they did a good job of it. But we were going to have to knock down some threes. It was going to be a different style of game. They play all zone, all 1-3-1, all 2-3. What you guys saw. So it was different for us, but I think that was a really good game for our kids to play tonight.
So you guys get the win, their 24th win of the season, and you move on to Fairfield on Friday, senior night. We've already seen them twice this year, and it's tough to be a team 3 times in one season.
It sure is, and they're very well coached and got a really good player. I'm glad we get a chance to play that game. It's our senior night. It's going to be a big crowd against a good opponent. It is hard to beat a team 3 times. May throw a few wrinkles at them. We got the conference locked up with a regional game the following day, so we may do some things differently defensively. To just maybe give them a look and also give AJ a little bit of a look to have to prepare for something maybe Saturday morning. Not something that we're going to put in any different, but we just may throw more defenses than what you even see now just to get us ready for this postseason run whenever we may have to go to a few different things with some of the teams that we could line up against.
All right, Coach, big win. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Kevin Wolf as the Bulldogs take down Lawrenceville 68-57 the final score. Carmi improves to 24-5 on this season. The bounce back report comes your way thanks to the good folks at Wabash Christian Therapy on Oak Street in Carmi. Get back in the game and call Wabash Christian today. So Travis, a big win tonight for Carmi, and this was really that staple win for them, beating a 24-win squad. But things, again, don't get easy. You're going to play Fairfield. I know their record isn't where they want it to be, but like I told Coach, it's tough to beat a team 3 times in one season.
Yeah, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. They've seen you twice already. They kind of know what you want to do. Coach Wolf talked about he wants to throw in some wrinkles, and that probably help. But they kind of know what you want to run, what sets you want to run, what your players are going to do, their tendencies. You can look at a scout report. This kid can shoot, but where does he like to shoot from? Where do they like to get him the ball on the court? And they've kind of played enough and they've seen enough film where they can plan that out. Well, they like to run Mitchell in that elevator screen, different things like that. And so it'll be a little tougher on the offensive end. But I think Carmi, if they come out with some defensive intensity early on like they did in the second half here, they'll put themselves in great position. Eric Rogers is a great player. I mean, he scores 75 to 80% of their points and most of their wins, and he gets his 30, and then they have to keep it a low-scoring ball game. So I think it's going to be a defensive struggle, some Black Diamond Conference football. I don't think it's going to turn out like this where it's 7 seconds or less, getting up a bunch of shots, hitting a bunch of threes, and that fast pace and first to 70 wins the ball game. So I think it's going to be more in line with what 40, Carmi, first and 40, first maybe the 35. I mean, it's going to be a defensive struggle, and I think Carmi, if they come out and play defense like they did in the second half here, they'll come out on top.
And the Bulldogs take down Lawrenceville tonight, 68-57, their final non-conference game of the regular season. They will wrap up the regular season on Friday here at home against Fairfield. That is senior night, of course. We will have the senior night recognitions on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel around 7:15 on Friday. Then, of course, you can listen and watch the game both on WRUL and the YouTube channel. It's going to wrap things up for us here in Carmi. Big thanks to Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio, and Asher Panrod with us for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube.